Okay, welcome back to the Smooches Show. We're looking at the time, and we wish we had more time to talk more, because we feel like we've gotten so much yet so little accomplished within this within this hour. Yeah, we need to have some more.
An hour is not enough time to try to go over all the facets that you guys need to discuss.
Wait a minute, I'm about to say just your tone right.
Let me say something very quickly. Had he gotten to the point a lot quicker in the beginning instead of giving us all this fluff, maybe we could have gone a little deeper.
But nevertheless, he is a true representation of himself.
Yes,
and we recognize that he is a gentleman who is very deep. And there's nothing wrong with that, because again, those are positive attributes. Can be someone, or someone it could be the opposite. We don't know.
Next week on the show.
But no, but either way, I think the biggest part we came down to, the biggest part was about, no matter what, people respond to how you're raised, how you're trained up, and unfortunately, in this day and time, a lot of youth are not raised and trained correctly how to have healthy relationships. And so because of that, and then they turn to adults, and then they have children, so then they teach that same cycle of ignorance to their children, which is why we have a generation now, again, where some, such as yourself, Jason, will respond well, know how to appropriately address someone, and show acts of chivalry. And then we may have the one who will sit back like, I'm not paying for no McDonald's, what, come here, talk to me, so you'll get it can be on either realm of the spectrum. Nevertheless, it comes back down to, again, your environment and how you were raised. And the only way we can make a change to that is if we got to start at home. You got to start with your own kids. You got to start with the youth in your neighborhood. Something got to give.
I just wanted to say something very quickly. Before we aired the show, I really wanted to commend Jason, because I asked his daughter. She is here in the studio. I asked her, what was her name? How old is she? She's 5 years old, and she was like a typical 5-year-old, like, and he said, no, I told you, when you talk to people, look them in the eye and speak up loud and clearly. I thought that was, I was paying attention. I didn't say anything, but I peeped that. I thought that was good, because he's already instilling that in her, that you make eye contact and that you speak up clearly, you state your name, and you own your space. So he is a man of, he does practice what he preaches. So I commend you for that, and I thank you so much for that.
And like I said, more importantly, he's raising a young woman to show her that you're worth someone hearing your voice, rather than just looking at you. She won't respond to your, but I'm sure she wants to be responding to yo shorty. She's not gonna respond to that, because she's gonna be told, wait a minute, that's not how my father has taught me to be addressed. So you can respond and she'll walk away. But again, so I mean, it's so much more we can talk about on this topic, but literally our time is up.
Yes.
So next week we have a lot to talk about, and I'm not gonna tell you now. But Jason, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, yes, thank you. And if you get the chance, watch the show if you don't see it right now, and give us some feedback. We want to know, what did you think? Do you agree with what Jason said? Do you agree with any of our comments? What don't you agree about? What are your attributes? We want to know some things, so give us feedback.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we will see you next week. Same Smooches time, same Smooches day, Smooches station, and we're gonna end with saying Smooches.
Smooches baby, smooches baby, I need you. Smooches baby, smooches baby, I need you. Smooches baby, smooches.